I mean, some Thunder fans are like drawing the line. Like the Thunder have this Davis Bertans
Yeah,
contract, you know, and I think, and obviously the Thunder don't need another like 6'3", 6'4" guard that does everything. They have tons of those guys, but all the guys they have that do that outside of Dort are totally inexperienced. Like if the Thunder want to make a playoff
right.
run, I think just having Bruce Brown around for a couple of years, I think could be helpful.
Or even just this year, like if you could do Bruce Brown for Davis Bertans in one of the 45,000 picks that the Oklahoma
Yeah,
City Thunder have moving
yeah,
forward, it's
yeah,
not a bad idea. Uh, the other piece for the Thunder is like I think the Thunder more than anything just need to go find a big that can match up with Nikola Jokic in a playoff series. Like I just don't. I don't love the idea of Chet having to deal with that for 48 minutes a game and
yeah,
then them not having anybody else that can do it. Like you essentially have to match Chet's minutes to Jokic, and that feels like a problem. I would
yeah,
just want another body. The good news for the Thunder is that they have the Mitsic and Poku deals that can get them up to like, I think they can move those guys for up to like a contract worth $15 million. So there's like a little bit of flexibility to be able to maybe answer both questions if you
yeah,
wanted those things. I just don't know what the Thunder are going to do. They are their usual quiet selves. Multiple weeks out to the deadline right now,
right.
according to the people I talk to, at least they have. They're not like out there
Yeah, the,
Mhm.
looking at
the
things.
the way that I would phrase it is like they'll be opportunistic if something
Yeah,
comes about, but they're not out there to force anything to happen.
right. Well, and like a thing for them that, you know, a couple of other teams have told me is like, look, the way that they will sometimes operate is they'll say, hey, we like our team. We love our team. We're not going to do
Yep.
anything. And then like 2 days before the deadline, just so that,
Yeah.
nothing gets out, there's no leaks, there's no anything. They'll go to somebody and say, hey, like, what about this? What
Yeah.
about that?
I
Thing.
would be floored if they did nothing with that Bertans contract. Like I would be really, really shocked.
I would be too, for what it's worth. I would be really surprised. Like Kelly Olynyk is sitting right there and makes a lot of sense to
You
me.
think the
Like,
Jazz would trade him now? Like this is that's a guy who's like on the list who I think is he's like tailor made to play for the Thunder.
no, I know that's what I keep thinking as well. Uh, dribble, pass, shoot is a big. That's
Yeah.
exactly the thing that the Thunder love to have. Uh, I think
And
the
he can play with
Jazz.
Chet too, which is like another thing. It's like getting a
Yep,
big that you feel comfortable playing with Chet is like not the easiest thing, especially if you want to continue to play the way you want to play. Like you could
yep,
still do it with him. He's basically like their backup point guard in Utah.
yeah, totally. No, that's what they do. They like throw him the ball like entry passes, like at the top of the key, and just like have him kind of operate their offense for
Yeah.
swaths of time. Uh, Look, the Jazz, I think they understand that Kelly Olynyk is on an expiring contract,
Mhm.
and their front court situation is crowded
Yeah.
with Larry Markkinen, John Collins, Walker Kessler, Taylor Hendricks. Right?
Yeah.
Like I would
Hendricks
say,
thing that the Hendricks thing does make it more interesting because like they just can't find any time for him.
right. All four of those guys are likely bigger pieces of the Jazz's future than Kelly Olynyk is.
Yeah.
Is Kelly Olynyk such a valuable piece to them this season that it's worth losing him for nothing potentially in the offseason? Because like Kelly Olynyk's probably going to want to go find somewhere where he knows he's going to get consistent playing time. I
Yeah.
think the Jazz would love to retain him, but like I don't. Can they promise him minutes even like next season? I don't know if they can
Right.
necessarily right now. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. They might keep him. They might just say like, we really want to be as good as we can be this season, and Kelly Olynyk's a big piece of that. That wouldn't surprise me at all.
Yeah. They could also like save the Jazz a lot of money because of this Bertans deal. They could take back Olynyk and Taylor Horton Tucker's expiring contracts and like save the Jazz some money, this season. They could save them like $6 million by taking
Yeah,
those guys.
and like the idea that I kind of came up with was like, let's say the Jazz really want that 2024 first round pick to transfer this year,
Yeah.
right? Because they want to clear their pick books moving forward. They want to make sure that uh, that they transfer this pick in what is considered a down draft at the top, the Thunder could theoretically like remove some protections
Yeah.
on that pick for,
Yeah.
and say like, hey, we will say that this pick transfers this year. Give us you know, we'll give you a second round pick in addition to that, or 2 second round picks in addition to that. And, do Olenek and Bertans for, as a deal, like
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
There's enough like synergy there between those two teams because they're connected by their pick this year to where I wonder if it does line up a little bit, but we'll see.
Yeah.
It's early in the process still.